Oh,
Tommy, are you going to tell the audience what you'll be eating today in case they want to join in with you?
How many?
I know.
How many donuts was it last time? Nice.
I didn't realize. Well, in her defense, it was a like 5-hour session. So
Yeah. Fair enough.
Aye, but it wasn't just the 5 donuts. It was 5 donuts plus what was it? Ice cream.
5 donuts, 2 bowls of ice cream, 3 packets of crisps, half a packet of biscuits.
It's Mohole. It's Cthulhu Modern, isn't it, Leo?
yeah, it's the year. It's 2017.
Okay, so very modern. Right, okay, so Project Nergal is an experimental drill designed to penetrate the Earth's crust based on a former oil platform in the North Sea, just up the road. The scope of the project includes the collection and refinement of a new energy source named Rolot gas after its discoverer, Dr. Simon Roylott, who also happens to be the project's leader. The project has expanded astronomically and now boasts extensive government funding and backing from Gerald Weinstepp, Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. Dr. Roylott has installed a nuclear reactor to power the drill to previously unknown depths. The project's executive director is Piers Goldman, a civil servant who handles logistics and non-scientific concerns. You and a team of experts have been sent to the Devil's Hole platform to audit the project and determine if it is value for money, safe and likely to succeed in its mission. Your report is expected to either close down the project or essentially greenlight further investment. You are to be given access to all parts of the platform without question. There we go.
Well, that's it. There you go. So you start the game. We're going to start with our investigators inside a helicopter, an H225 Airbus helicopter being flown to the Devil's Hole oil rig.
Okay.
Like you said, a repurposed oil rig moved to drill into the crust of the Earth, powered by a nuclear reactor.
Should we introduce the characters?
Yes, let's introduce the characters while you are about to arrive to the oil rig in that helicopter. So go ahead.
I'll let someone else go first.
I don't mind. I'll go first. Sorry. That was maybe a little while. So my name is Clarice Williams. I am an MP, a politician. I'm coming to as part of this investigation audit type thing to just I've heard this is a new type of energy. It would be really, really good. We're on board with all sorts of renewable or alternative or new energy sources. As we all know, everybody is always interested in being better or greener. It would look very, very good for my campaign. So I'm coming in the hopes that this new roll-up gas is the real thing and is going to work and make profits and do well. So yeah, I'm on board and mildly pro this roll-up gas. Interesting to see what it's like.
So maybe you are the same party as the Secretary of State and Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, Mr. Gerald Weinstepp, who is pushing very hard for the success of this project, and maybe like you know Mr. Weinstepp, Secretary Weinstepp. You maybe have heard of Mr. Piers Goldman, who is a civil servant who reports directly to Mr. Weinstepp, and he's like the manager of the oil rig. Basically, the one responsible if anything goes wrong. He's the one responsible for this, and he's under a lot of pressure from Secretary Weinstepp. So your character will know that much.
Okay, thank you. pressured by what's the top guy's name, Mr. I keep wanting to say Weinstein, and I don't want to say
it's
that.
not that. Wine step.
No, it's wine step. I know what wine step, like a step of wine. You know, I know what a wine step
if I
is.
write it down how I would say it, I'll not make that mistake again. Okay.
Like
That's why I was asking.
like some kind of drunk walking, like wine step. I don't know.
I've actually wine step. That's so bad.
Right, Terry,
Yeah.
you go next then, and then I'll go, and then we'll let Jessica go last because she's the leader of the group.
Okay, I'll go. So I am Terry something. He does have a last name.
Terry Williams.
It's Terry Williams.
Andrew Williams. Tommy said a lot of the background stuff, but yeah, I'm on the team. I'm an oceanographer, and I am a risk taker and cheerful. But I also think that we have been pillaging the Earth quite a long time, so I'm more on the side of the planet than maybe some of the other people on the team.
So Terry, you're coming here to like part of this team of auditors, like, you know, with a critical eye, see if they're doing the things right for the planet and shit. You know, going to hold these people accountable if they are not doing a proper job.
Yeah, I've decided that Terry doesn't eat fish as well.
Oh, nice.
Definitely doesn't eat fish.
Okay.
I've not decided on the rest.
Right. I am Philip Swan, and I am a nuclear physicist, so I'm here for the scientific side of things, just to make sure everything is feasible, viable, and it's going to be profitable and green and non-destructive, but, you know, as well as while remaining profitable. I'm here to see that everything works and is good. And I'm a 52-year-old gentleman. Let's say I'm from Scotland. That's why the accent's so good. So that's we're very close to home. It's just over here in the yeah. I'm just a little bit south of Edinburgh. Like that's where me and Tammy are from. There, it's not far away from where we are here in real life at all. We could go look out to that sea. Like so. I am, what did we say, 52 years old. I have got greying hair. I am, it says here, adventurous. And I believe that science does have all the answers to mankind's problems. I'm a great believer in science and a great advocate for it. So I am here hoping that this is the next breakthrough thing in hopefully green energy.
I forgot to describe myself. Sorry. I'm 36 with blonde hair and a big nose.
Nice. And I believe the leader of the group, our expedition, is Jessica, so I'll let you go last, Brew.
Yep, so I am Jessica Anderson, American, because I can't do any other accent. I am the geochemist and team leader. I am in appearance slim, graying hair, angular face, and stern countenance. I'm pretty inquisitive and bossy at the same time. I do believe that bureaucracy should stay out of scientific endeavor. So hate political interference with these things.
No.
Yeah. And I am 48.
Okay.
Very nice.
So that's our team today. And then, I suppose you have had time to know a bit each other. I suppose you were assembled and briefed some time ago. You are just inbound to the Devil's Hole. And, Mr. Boris Cook, who has a helmet, a pilot helmet, and it has a sticker that says "The Bird" on the back. He informs you that you're about to arrive into the oil rig, so prepare for landing. You land into the helipad of the oil rig. It's the afternoon, late afternoon. Okay, you land into the helipad, and you are greeted by a lady in a gray jumpsuit and a hard hat, and she, under the the noise of the rotor, the helicopter engine, she like a bit screams, hello, I am welcome to the Devil's Hole. I'm Angela Joseph. I'm going to be your guide for your stay here, and I bid you welcome, Mrs. Anderson. Yes.
That's correct.
Okay, welcome everybody. Please follow me. Follow me to this accommodation block where we are going to let you unpack your things. Then we're going to give you a tour of the oil rig. That's okay with you?
Yep, I think me and my team would be okay with that.
Okay, great.
What did you say that lady's name was? Sorry.
Angela Joseph.
Angela, thank you.
Yes, yeah. You see this? I think I have a photo of her. Yeah, I'm going to show it to you. You see a lady who is she has strawberry blonde hair. It's like shoulder length. She's wearing a gray jumpsuit. It's the uniform here in the oil rig, and she's in the helipad. She's wearing a hard hat. Okay.
Do we get hard hats?
And no, not now. Sorry, no, don't worry. We're going to go to the accommodation block. Okay, that's like that's safe there, but it's advisable you get hard hats to other parts of the oil rig if you are going to inspect the control room, especially not so the control room, but the lower decks of the oil rig. Okay.
Absolutely. Well, I'll be wanting to check out everything right up to the nuclear core, so I want to see everything. So I'll be needing a hard hat and all the safety.
Of course.
Gear, of course.
Let's go back. Let's go here then. Please, when you are going to enter this, you're here. Okay. You see the map here?
Yeah.
Okay. You're here in the helipad, and you're going to go into the accommodation block, where the first floor is the top floor, and it goes down to the 6th floor. You are guided to this accommodation block, and Angela says, here, you see the map, a floor plan of the accommodation block, and she says, if you want, please take a picture of the map with your cell phone, so you can you know where you are at all times. You don't get lost in here. So I suppose if you want, any one of you want to take a picture, and you're going to have the block plan, the accommodation block plan. Okay.
I would have a little camera with me anyway, like one of these little fancy digital cameras, because I need to take some pictures of me, like here in the stuff with my hard hat on. Like I need to take photos for other reasons as well as for this investigation. So I would be snapping at every opportunity.
Okay. Before we start our tour, please, we're going to go to the 4th floor, so you can select your accommodations. Actually, we have plenty of rooms available. We have enough, like almost for 80 people, and our staff is about 41. So it's really even you want to go to floor 4, 5, or 6. It's your choice. Where you can go to whichever floor you want to
I think
your cabins.
And these are
can we stay on the same floor together, though. I don't want to be on my own.
I mean, the sauna sounds great later on.
yeah. I mean, so let me get this straight, right? Floor 1 is what, ground floor, and these are going down the way.
No,
These are basement floors.
The first floor is the top floor because you arrive here in the helipad.
Yep.
Okay, and you walk to the accommodation block. You enter the accommodation block from the helipad,
Right,
and this is the first floor. The first floor, and this block goes way down onto the 6th floor down here. Okay.
Now that looks like, in the picture, it looks like floor 5 and 6. So the living quarters, they are under sea level. This is under. Oh, sorry. This
No.
no. So this is all still above water.
No,
Even at
it's
the
a
deepest.
big, yeah.
Right, okay,
It's like
okay.
on two big,
this
4 big legs, and it's above water. It goes.
I think
right
it just sectioned it so you could see the whole lower deck.
Okay.
Of course, this is a map because this is sectioned. Okay, because the upper deck and the lower deck are way closer. You know, so you are not underwater. It's an oil rig. You know, these are the legs. This is the lower deck and the upper deck, and this I will say that the accommodation block it's 6th floor is about near the lower deck.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
6th floor is probably lower deck, and 3rd floor is your entry to the upper deck.
Yes.
I think we should maybe be. I don't know.
On floor 4, I don't want to be that deep inside it, like. if you know
Yeah,
what I mean.
I'm not keen for being too far down, to be honest.
I was more freaked out when I thought it was going to be underwater, so it's not so bad now. Like,
So it looks like the dormitories are really floor 4 and below. I'm fine
Yes.
with floor 4, and we can go drop off our stuff.
You drop your stuff. Okay. She waits for you, so you drop your things. You can go to whatever rooms you want. There are occupied rooms, but there are free rooms for all of you in every floor. So no problem with that.
Why don't we go on floor 4, because there's only 12 bedrooms in there, so if we take up 3 of them, and then that means that it's going to be pretty quiet because there's only going to be another 9 people there. Whereas if you look further, I don't want to be on that floor with 28 other bedrooms. What do you think? It'd be quieter for getting some work done.
That would be closer to the offices, closer to the upper deck, and not so far from the lower deck.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
closer to the
Go there.
amenities. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll go with whatever the gang want, yeah.
Philip, I think you might be the only one besides me that might need to see the lower decks a little bit more often, but
Are you playing sounds, Leo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can hear the sea.
I'm not hearing that,
the
don't
waves. You're in the sea. Well, inside the accommodation block, you won't hear the sea so loudly, but
Oh.
it's
Oh yeah, I do hear it. I do hear it.
Yeah.
Thought I was going
I
mad
kept
already.
I say, well, I kept hearing it. I was like, is that coming? I was like, what's wrong with this laptop now? It's breaking.
No, it's
Yeah,
the sea. Now that is making it more scary now with the sound effects.
Sweet.
Me-
I would maybe ask, do you guys want your individual rooms, or Jessica, do you want to share a room with me?
I mean, I don't mind if there's 2 beds to a room.
I think there's some. It says 10 cabins and 12 beds, so I would imagine one's a double.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't mind, whatever you guys think. I'm keen to get to the ocean to do some tests, or is Angela still with us?
Yeah, she's in the corridor, okay, waiting for
Okay.
you. So you drop your things and
Yeah.
get ready for the tour.
Does Angela know, like, if they have, like, a little lab, or, like, where they keep data about, you know, any issues with, like, sewage, or, you know, stuff like that goes into the ocean, or any, I don't know, reports on tremors, that type of stuff? I don't know who would
Yeah,
be in charge of
that will be in the offices, okay?
Okay.
But well, you expect to get a full tour of the rig, so they will tell you where the offices are, where the control systems, and the people you need to talk to.
Okay.
So, okay. So, well, you drop your things in your rooms, okay? And Angela is in the corridor, and she says, "Okay, let's begin our tour. You are going to work with her to outside the accommodation block. She takes you to the control room here. Okay, she says, okay, you have the control room here. This is where we monitor all systems here. We have chance to interview the operators. Here we got the offices of the technical managers for the control room. She's going to walk you through the most important places, just where so you know where they are. But you are going to be able to interview people and go on your own later. Okay, it's just more like a quick tour about these places. We have here the reactor control systems. This is one of the most important locations.
It's the most important
the rig.
location of the tour for me. Like, I need to see that. That's the thing
Yeah,
I'm here to see.
Of course, you will have your chance. We have strict security measures. Well, you can see the room has a reinforced door, electronically locked. You see two men with assault rifles guarding the door.
Nice.
And Angela says, well, these guys are from Fortudo and a PMC, a private military contractor, who are providing security for the oil rig.
Very nice.
This is the nuclear reactor. This is you have the coolant plant over here and the drilling floor where the core of the operation is going on. And well, over here you have the lifeboats, and there is the remote operated vehicle that we use underwater to check the underwater sections of the oil rig. And returning to the accommodation block, well, you have the sick bay on floor 1. If you need anything, Dr. Pearson is in charge of the sick bay. We have almost everything you could need for any medical emergency here, unless it's something really, really serious. But we have every kind of normal medicines. We have a small surgery room for minor surgeries that need to be performed. We have this floor 2. There are the offices of the management. You can find there Mr. Goldman office there, Dr. Roylot's office. My own office is there too, and we have the security officer, Mr. Starr office there, and Dr. Rachel Kent office. She is the person in charge of the nuclear reactor. I suppose you will be wanting to talk with her at some point.
Yep.
Then you have floor three. We have amenities there. There are the restaurant, the gym. We have a storeroom there. We have our officer in charge of supplying the storeroom, processing requests, and keeping our stores ready. She operates a small shop there too, so you can find almost anything you could need while you during your stay at the Devil's Hole. And as you know, well, for floor 4 to 6 are the living quarters for the personnel, and she guides you to an office in the second floor. In the door says Pierce Goldman, and she leads you inside. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you here with Mr. Goldman so you can interview him. He can give you your welcome. And well, if you need anything, you can find me in my office most of the time. Okay?
Thank you, Angela.
Okay.
So-
Okay, yes?
Sorry. I was just wondering, do we have like a Jessica, do you have like a not an itinerary is the wrong word, but have you not got like an agenda that we have, like things that we need to cover? Is there a certain like, or are we free to like just pursue our own like interest?
Well, your character doesn't have an agenda like that. I didn't give
I'm a
you anything.
politician. I always have an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
But just to be clear, you are here. You don't have a point by point. You don't have a clear goal. Like you have to check this. You have to come here and check the whole place, and be certain it's operating efficiently, that the end goal of the project is viable and is profitable, and basically to check that taxpayer money isn't being wasted. No, and basically your, like we said at the start, your final review of this operation is going to determine if it's going to be closed down or green light for further funding. So yes, you have access to everywhere. You have to check the crucial points of this place, the drilling floor. You will have to interview the top people here, of course, starting with Mr. Goldman, Dr. Roylott, and possibly Rachel Kent.
Absolutely.
In fact, you do have this. They gave you this. Maybe Angela gave you this during the tour. You have an organizational chart of Project Nergal. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
So you have well, not here, but safe in the mainland is Mr. Weinstep, the secretary. You have the project manager, Mr. Pierce Goldman, and the project lead, Dr. Simon Royal, who are the top two people in charge here. And you have all this organizational chart, so you know which people do what in the oil rig.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got everybody's names. Nice.
That's cool. Like that.
So I'm going to show you. You are in the office of Mr. Pierce Goldman. I'm going to show him to you. He's a thin and undernourished guy with graying hair. He seems a bit stressed, like he's cool now, but this guy looks like he's dealing with a lot here. Okay, and well, he gives you he welcomes you. He says, "Welcome, Mrs. Anderson and team. I am Pierce Goldman. I am the project manager here, responsible for everything that goes here at the Devil's Hole. I understand you're going to do an external audit here. You're going to observe our operation to determine if it's viable or not. So, well, I'm here at your service. If you need anything, just let me know. And well, we can have, if you want, you can have a preliminary interview now. And well, if you want to rest, because it's getting late, if you want to rest a bit later and start in full tomorrow, you can do so. That's okay?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm tired from the helicopter ride. I'm happy to just start tomorrow.
Yeah, I would like to go and freshen up. Is there somewhere still, is the kitchen still, like, is it too late to get food? Can we get something?
No. It's like you arrive in late afternoon. Let's say that it's very early
Nice.
evening. Okay.
Oh, definitely time for food then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, no problem with that. Okay.
I'm quite traumatized by the helicopter ride. I'm not very good with flying or being underground or underwater or anything like that. Although my guy's a big scientist and a nuclear physicist, he's quite scared of like heights and all those things.
I know I'm not a strong swimmer, so just being out on the ocean makes me a little bit sick.
I love it.
Me too.
Me too.
I might go for a night swim later on.
Remind me what Jessica's last name is, because I would probably Anderson, isn't it? So I would probably refer to her as Dr. Anderson because she's my fellow scientist.
She's my fellow woman. I'll just call her Jessica.
You're going to say you'll just call her a woman.
Aye, so right, Dr. Anderson.
I would probably correct you, Clarice, every time and say it's Dr. Anderson.
Dr. Anderson, please.
Nice.
No worries, Jeff.
Jess.
I'm cheerful, so I'd be calling you Jess and shortening everyone's name. So Phil, Jess.
I'm Dr. Swan.
Claude.
Thank you very much.
Listen, we worked long and hard for these titles.
Yeah, it's Dr. Anderson and Dr. Swan. Thank you very much.
You can call me Dr. Terry.
So, okay, I get it. You're all doctors, okay? So the doctors thing. Well, Goldman says, okay, well, if you want to ask me anything now, you have to have a preliminary interview. You want me to give you a preliminary overview of things. Well, I suppose you have been briefed on what it is we do here. So go ahead, shoot. If you have any questions, I will answer them as best as I can.
And this is Piers Goldman. He's the project manager.
I think I would just like to know, like when you guys normally start the day, kind of typical order of operations, like what you do when you start the day, who we should contact in the morning. Would it be you? Should we go directly over to Dr. Rowlett?
Well, yeah, of course. I'm not a technical expert. I'm just a glorified civil servant, a humble civil servant. I'm just here to be, to have someone to blame if anything goes wrong. So I'm not a technical expert. But yes, you should talk with Dr. Roylott, because he's the one who he's the father of this project. He's a very let's say special, peculiar man. But yes, you have to consult with him for details on the role of gas extraction and scientific data. You can get answers from Dr. Kent, Rachel Kent. She is the one in charge of the nuclear reactor.
Definitely need to speak to her. Yeah.
As you must know, we were given a repurposed reactor from a submarine to power the drill, because we are doing a top secret and really groundbreaking thing out here. It's the first drill powered by a nuclear reactor. Of course, great care is being taken in this operation.
That's my main concern here is the use of a nuclear reactor to power a drill, and how safe that's going to be. As well as how energy, how green that's going to be as well. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, he stammers a bit. He says, "Yeah, well, yes, we have all manner of safety protocols here, but I recommend that you speak with each of the involved personnel, so you can get a more detailed explanation of everything that goes on here." I don't know what else do you want to know. I know. I sound like I'm useless, and I'm just here to, as I said, to take the fall if anything goes wrong.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll be able to speak to people with doctor and with titles like doctor in front of their name. It's okay. We understand.
Yeah. Would you have already informed your head of security, Mr. Stahl, of our arrival, and so we shouldn't have any issue accessing the points we need?
Yes. Silly me! I almost forget. Yes. Let me call Mr. Atta, because you are going to have to be assigned a guard for your safety.
Now, okay? I've got a question about that. Right. I don't see what extra protection guards with assault rifles is going to do against a nuclear accident.
Yeah.
Those nuclear rifles don't make me feel. Those assault rifles don't make me feel any safer about this place.
Sorry, but Mr. Stahl is the head of security here, and I don't like assault rifles too much. But after all, this is a top secret project. We don't know what is. They are not here to protect us from a nuclear disaster or anything. But Mr. Weinstein insisted we had extra security just in case. This is a very delicate project we're undertaking here. So yeah.
They're in the middle of the sea as well. Pirates are a real thing.
Yeah.
But not
in the North Sea.
Yeah, stationing security at posts is fine, but you don't necessarily need to accompany people who are called here to do a job, right?
Sorry, that's a protocol. That's a protocol we have to.
Yeah, political protocol.
So I'm sorry.
Remember where we are as well. We're off the coast of Scotland. It's not assault rifle country. Yeah.
I promise. If you won't be trouble at all. He's only one guard assigned to protection. He's not going to be a nuisance or anything. You will not even see him. Okay, and he calls Mr. Stahl, the team, the auditor team is here. Please, like you said, we need a security escort for them. And well, after like a minute, comes this big, bald dude, muscular dude, very serious, with a bit of a hint of being like an asshole.
Nice.
Say, okay, Goldman. These are the team of auditors. All right, I'm going to assign you a Nigel. Nigel is going to be your guard. And well, please, Nigel Gordon, we assign it to your protection. And then soldier type guy with uniform, with this PMC uniform, enters the room. He's armed with an assault rifle and a pistol, and they have a radio and an earpiece. These guys are pros.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, they say they go. Well, Nigel here is going to be just working with you, just for your protection. You won't. He's not going to bother you for anything. Don't worry.
Okay, well, I want to speak to Nigel. I'm gonna go just straight up say, well, Nigel, nice guns, but can you swim? Are you a strong swimmer, lad?
Yeah. Yeah, sir. Yeah, of course I can swim.
There you go. I do feel a wee bit safer out here then. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here, Nigel.
Maybe we can get you some water wings at the shop later, so in case you fall in.
I'm not a strong swimmer. I do not like the sea here. I'm glad you're a strong swimmer. So you'll jump in after me if anything happens, Nigel. Right? Of course, eh?
Yeah. Don't worry, sir. Don't worry, Steve. Nothing will happen to you.
I'll love to hear it.
It's the North Sea, remember? Like, being able to swim's the least of your worries.
It's fucking cold.
Yeah, hypothermia or hitting... yeah, you're in trouble, like.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, Goldman's stall goes away, and Goldman says, well, if I don't know if you want to... I'm guessing Dr. Roylott should be in his office. The man is a workaholic. If you want to speak with him right away, he must be there. He's a peculiar guy, But if you want to just call it a day, go and rest, have something to eat, I suppose you should be tired. It's up to you. I'm going to be here in my office if you need anything. And well, I'm also, and Nigel just it's aware that you are to be given access to everywhere in the facility. That's okay. So again, I'm at your service.
Thank you, Mr. Goldman.
Okay, guys.
I don't know about you guys, but I definitely fancy some food, and then that would give us a chance to kind of have a look about while everybody's just doing normal stuff, so we can get a feel for like what it's like here, and then we can all like regroup and find out what part we all want to go and do, and have some kind of organization.
And I'm in agreement.
Yeah, I mean,
give us a chance. Yeah.
I don't know if I've got the stomach for food after being in a helicopter and being out here. Like, I've not even got my sea legs yet. I don't know. Like, maybe might make me feel a wee bit better. Eh?
I just want to knock for the doctor for 2 minutes, just so I can ask him if he'll get me a sample of the gas ready for tomorrow, just so I can analyze it tomorrow. So just for like 2 minutes, just to ask him if he'll do that, and maybe give me access to the computer network, or the data on the drilling and stuff. But that's just so he can sort it out for tomorrow.
Well, if you want to go to Dr. Roylott office is really down the hall. So if you want to go there,
if everyone wants to go and discuss that, we could just pass him a note He doesn't have to see us, just so he gets the stuff ready.
I'm happy.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking
you-
forward
you-
to speaking to someone that's got some letters in front of their name, obviously. But if everybody else wants to do something else first, that's not a problem. Or how long are we here for? We've got a few days or whatever.
You don't have a tight time frame, but well, you're expected to be here a few days at least.
Yeah, so
No.
I'd want him to get the data ready for me, like, at least overnight. So yeah, I could do with seeing him for 2 minutes just to ask that.
Okay, you go to the door. The door says Dr. Simon Roylott, and you knock, and a voice inside says, "Come in," and you hear the intense typing of a keyboard. Tack, 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 tack.
I kicked the door and I'm just kidding.
We're like, come on,
Check the door.
Get him, Nigel.
Stop right
Let's
there. Okay. Well, if you are going to enter, Terry, you will see
Yeah.
you will see Dr. Roylott, or I'm going to show it to you here. Yeah, you see an average height, balding guy with a white and unkempt hair. He has this thick bottle-length glasses that almost hide its eye. You see this huge eyes behind the lenses, and he's typing quickly and very, very focused on the screen and working. But at the same time he's working, he is aware of you, and he says, "Who are you?"
Is it just me in the room, or is everyone else coming in?
I don't know. You said you're going to go there, but I know.
Yeah,
No. I'll be going with you as well.
Oh, okay, I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, the whole group. Okay, and who are you people? Can you see I'm busy?
Dr. Roylott, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am
Yes,
Dr.
yes. That's what say at
Anderson.
the door.
Yes,
He's still typing.
I'm Dr. Anderson. This is my counterpart, Dr. Swan. And then we also have,
Eric.
Terry and
Yes. You are the auditor guys, the auditor people going to observe our experiments. Yes. What do you want?
Well, we're here to ask you some questions.
Yeah,
Go ahead. This is going to take very long, or what?
No.
I'm not really busy.
I have two questions. So I'm an oceanographer, so I was wondering if you could get me a sample of the roll-up gas ready for tomorrow, and maybe access to some of your data on the drilling on the ocean floor on a computer tomorrow.
You want me to give you a sample? I get you ready a sample? Can't you see I'm really busy? And I'm doing world-saving work here. Okay? If you want a sample, well, you can go. I suppose one of the people downstairs in the drilling room, processing floor, can get you a sample. I suppose. I don't know. What do you want to see there? I have done every study possible on the gas. It's named after me, after all.
Mm-hmm. So have you got that? Can I access the computer data to check this?
Yes, I suppose there are logs of our investigation in the system. You will have to speak with, I don't know, Goldman or Kent. Someone who's not as busy as me.
Okay.
Do you have do you not guys not have performance type reports that you have to put in for your data of what you are doing? Does there not have to be some sort of record kept of what it is that you are?
Of course, but you can get that from Kent or her cronies. I don't know that I'm busy.
Dr. Roylott,
I don't.
Dr. Royler, I'm very busy as well. My name is Dr. Philip Swan. I'm a nuclear physicist, and I am here to inspect the safety of drilling on the ocean floor with the use of a nuclear reactor. And I don't want to be here any longer than I have to be either. So I'm sure you will answer our questions post-haste.
Okay, away. I know the first question. Is it really safe to drill the crust of the earth with a nuclear reactor? Of course it's safe. I made all calculations.
Cool, so we can
Go
all
ahead, check. Go downstairs, go check. I don't know.
I want to see all. I want to see all of that, all your calculations that you've made. I want to check all of that.
Of course. Go, with Dr. Kent or, some of her cronies. I don't know who is in charge of keeping all the notes and things. But yes, all is there.
Okay.
And he keeps typing.
Might I ask what you're currently working on?
I'm working on the extraction of the gas. We must drill. We have to keep the drill going. We have to make progress. I don't know if your boss or told you anything, but this is very urgent work we are doing here. World-saving work. A new kind of energy.
What are the properties of this gas, though? I mean, I've read a couple of your papers, but I'm sure, getting it firsthand from you would be much, much better than, some of these publications where you actually have to follow protocol, right?
Well, of course. Who better to talk about this gas than me? The one who discovered it. Well, you will have to give me a chance because I don't know the properties. I have to read them. I'm no scientist, unlike our good doctor. Where is the roll-out gas? Because it has special properties, of course.
What type of properties? Is it like a renewable energy source? Is it feasible? Is it going to be long term? We're not going to have changes and chops to it all the time.
Well, yes.
I would like to know
this
more
gas,
about the special components. Explain it to me, please.
Yes, well, compared to natural gas, rollout it carries very few impurities. It can be processed at a reduced cost, so it's a much higher efficient power source, much cleaner power source, and just like
renewable.
Sorry, are you going to let me speak, lady? Or I'm busy. I'm explaining something to you. So, yes, it's
Terry's laughing in the background, but like that.
I'm snickered as well because I don't really like politicians.
The doctor continues he seems to be more involved in explaining about the roll-out gas, and he goes and on, and he says, well, yes, it's just the same as natural gas. It's derived from layers of decomposed animal and plant matter, but because it's under far greater geological pressure, it's a gas, it's a more pure gas, more concentrated. It can only be found deep into the earth. That's why we need a nuclear reactor to power the drill, to go to depths where never anyone has dug before. We're getting now the first samples of raw gas. We're breaking through the first pockets of the gas, and yes, I have studied, and it's perfectly safe to use it as a power source. When we get a steady supply of the gas, well, I suppose, the bosses over there will have pipes set up for distribution and on all those things. I suppose that's your job here. Tell the people over there all is going well here. And I assure you, all is going well. All is going well here. It's perfectly safe. Okay? Now, I don't know what you heard, but yes, it's safe. The nuclear reactor is safe. And yes, we have to keep digging to get results quick. Because,
Do you mind if I ask what the yield has been so far, and at what depth you've been able to recover this gas?
It's the target is it's penetrating the Mohole, what is between the crust and the mantle of the Earth, where the gas is located. We are now in the middle of penetrating the Mohole, what is called Mohole, that zone between the crust and the mantle of the Earth. Okay? And we don't hear because, I have a lot of work to do. Yeah, he's
right.
just typing, like seeing you with those big lenses, big eyes through the thick glass, like seeing you and seeing the screen and keeps typing and typing.
I think we're done here.
Yep.
Great.
Thanks for everything, Dr. Roylott.
Have fun.
If you want to have a drink with us later and de-stress, it's cool.
Yeah, sure. But so he says really like not paying you at the station. Like you could have said anything, and he said, yeah.
I think as we close the door, I'll make a comment to my peers that he should probably sit further back from the computer, and he might not need such high prescription lenses.
Maybe. Hey.
If he heard you, you don't know.
I don't think this man that's discovered a new kind of gas is going to be able to explain to us the safety of a nuclear reactor on a drill anyway. We need to speak to Dr. Kent, I believe.
Yeah, I got that on my notes. Dr. Kent seems to be the one. So are we all going to go to dinner and then we can discuss our plan of action for tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so.
I was going to propose maybe we go see if Dr. Kent is still in the office and see if she's eaten yet.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe we could go and eat dinner with Dr. Kent. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Anderson.
Thank you, Dr. Swan.
Well, her office is in the same hallway, so you go by her door and knock, and a female voice says, "Yes, come in."
I'll open the door. Dr. Kent, my name is Dr. Anderson. This is Dr. Swan, and my other counterparts, Clarice and Terry, and we are here to kind of get a look around Devil's Hole rig. And we had a couple of questions, but we are also pretty famished and wanted to know if you maybe wanted to grab a bite to eat with us while we talk.
Sorry, you want me to go to dinner with you? Sorry, what did you say?
My team has not eaten yet since we've arrived, and so we were going to go grab a bite. Didn't know if you maybe wanted to come with us.
Well, unfortunately, yes, I'm aware you are the external auditors that were supposed to come here to inspect the work we were doing here. Well, I have to make my rounds into the reactor control and check on my fellow employees down there. But if you want to speak tomorrow, that will be best. Or if you have a question that I can answer quickly now, that's okay too. But I'm afraid I cannot go to dinner right now.
I'll look around. Does anybody have a question for me?
No.
My questions for you are going to take a bit longer. We need to sit down with you, Alex. So I guess we'll interview you tomorrow.
Yeah, appreciate your time, though. I'll stop back in.
Okay. I will you here tomorrow.
Thanks, Dr. Kemp.
Okay, bon appetit.
I suppose we need to go and try and eat something then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you go to the restaurant, I suppose.
What floor was
That's
that on?
the down one floor, the third floor.
Yep.
And you get to the restaurant. There are a few people eating. Personnel from the rig eating. Some guys are playing cards, just relaxing. You see in the kitchen. You see the kitchen is basically it's a catering unit operated by two Irishmen who are like talking to each other, like this, arguing with each other. And yes, there's basically like some kind of buffet there. You can grab your food and eat.
Is it open menu or?
Yes,
Oh,
it's an open
fish.
menu like a buffet and see. Ah, there's fish, of course. There is fish.
I don't know if I can stomach fish. I'm still feeling a bit queasy. Like, really haven't got my sea legs at all.
I mean, is there anything on that we can order? Like people? Does the food look good?
I would go and get I would just be totally basic, and I would just go and get a baked potato and beans and cheese and a cup of tea. And a nice cup of tea.
Yeah, that's available. So.
I guess I'm basic now.
I'd probably try that as well. That's nice and plain. I could probably see if my stomach can take that. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Canteen food here, so I'm assuming it would be the same.
I'm rolling my eyes to you guys that we get free food and you just chose that.
You see, one of the caterers, the cooks, says to Philip, you're a bit pale, lad. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just not so good with my sea. I don't really have my sea legs yet. I'm feeling still a bit queasy, but I'm gonna try and eat something and see if that's gonna settle me down. I'll be all right though.
Well, it happens to you must be new here. Well, your stomach will settle in time. So, what are you going to have?
Well, I think we're gonna have baked potatoes with beans.
I'll have some mackerel or whatever there might be.
I want the most dangerous thing on the menu, whatever that is.
Swordfish.
Unless it's fish, because I don't eat fish. Yeah.
I'm going with the exact opposite of that.
Well, he goes saying, "Hey, seamos, gay, 2 baked potatoes here, and this guy wants something dangerous, like, I suppose we have spicy food if you want. Dangerous?
Yeah, spicy food.
Okay, coming up.
I guess I'll just go middle of the road and have some
Spicy potato.
protein and carbs. Maybe a pasta dish with chicken.
Yeah, the restaurant is well equipped. It has a wide variety of food. So yeah, you can order pasta, fish, chicken.
Oh, you would probably get a nice haggis and square sausage as well.
Aye, out there in the North Sea, you would
I gotta something else.
I think I'm just gonna have a nice, plain, easy baked potato,
Baked patty, beans and cheese.
Okay, then. Well, baked potato coming up. Baked potato for you. Baked potato for you. And let's see, something really, really spicy. Like, well, do you think they will have tacos over here in this place? I don't know.
Maybe.
Why not? Why not?
Nah, you would get like a chili, or you might get tacos, or if I hear,
Yeah.
we eat things like we eat Mexican food here.
I love Mexican.
Yeah.
Terry's going to have the spicy Mexican.
Yeah, well, because the oil rig has they have a storekeeper that processes requests and stuff to the mainland. So maybe someone say, "Hey, we want tacos for next month."
They might have.
Yeah.
There's spicy tacos for you.
Thank you.
Maybe it's Mexican night, and I've got a baked tie.
Yeah, it's yeah. You're in luck, Mister. Someone ordered tacos for this month, so we got a supply.
Yay.
The most spicy tacos you can have this side of the pond.
I'm going to whisper, I'm going to be like, and do you have any alcohol? Like, Scottish whiskey or whatever.
Well, yes.
These are Irish, these two chefs. You're asking them if they've got Scotch whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'd be like, what? Sorry, what Irish drinks have you got? In case I get beat up.
No, well, we don't have a bar here. We got just beer. That's the only thing they let us serve here.
Okay. I'll have three beers for me and my friends, whatever they want.
I'll not be drinking
All
any
right.
alcohol.
Okay, you get your food, your drinks, and well, you can sit wherever you want. The place is very spacious, very big. There are not many people eating right now, so there you go. You are able to find a nice table where you want to talk among yourself, to make your plans. You can do so now.
Okay, so the first thing I would say to anybody was I would look at Jessica, Dr. Anderson, and say that Dr. Roylett was a bit of a twerp, wasn't he?
Right, yeah, it's it's hard because I understand the man discovered this gas, right? But honestly, like him running the whole project of trying to extract it and everything, like he's the scientist. He shouldn't be in charge of that whole operation.
Yeah, and he's the whole safety of using a nuclear reactor on a drill, and when you're digging about into the core of the earth, the whole thing does not seem safe to me, and he seems very dismissive. Hopefully we'll get a bit more out of Dr. Anderson tomorrow. Dr. Kent tomorrow.
Kent.
Dr. Kent, yeah. She's the nuclear scientist here.
You guys have got reservations about the sort of long-term safety of what they're doing and how powerful it is and what they're using and things.
I've got safety concerns with any kind of using a nuclear kind of anything to power a drill, especially when you think of a nuclear accident. The scale of that inside the core of the earth is really super disastrous, isn't it?
Right, but I think with being out in the ocean, the water would be a natural coolant for the reactor, so we wouldn't necessarily have some of the issues that you would have on the mainland, but I think I'm a little more reserved in how I feel about Mr. Goldman. He did not seem very confident that this project was going in a great direction, as he kept mentioning that he was the person that the blame would fall to.
No, Mr. Goldman, yeah. Hopefully we get...
Clarice, I don't know if you have any relation with him.
To who, sorry?
Piers Goldman, yeah. He's the...
civil servant project manager.
Well, I know him, but it's actually so Mr. Winstead, who is his boss, is my Secretary of State for my party, which is why I'm here. We obviously have like an interest. I need to cover all aspects. We can't back something that will then in future have the repercussions of having been dangerous to people. So, I'm here to check that side and make sure that obviously Mr. Winstep doesn't have a sort of one-sided idea of stuff. So I don't know too much about Mr. Goldman, but he seemed a bit stressed. Seemed a bit under pressure.
Yeah, well, I don't have a great feeling about Mr. Goldman either. Like, but
I don't have much confidence. He doesn't seem like a confident man to me. I don't have much confidence in him just now, and I don't know if it's because he's stressed out. So, also you're right, that other doctor was a bit of a twerp. So I'd be interested to speak to Dr. Kent tomorrow, and then also to get you guys' view on how safe it is, whether what they're saying is true or not. Because obviously, I know a little bit, but I don't know much about the science behind it. I need a trusted source.
Yeah, of course. I'll need to see the reactor and everything, and I'll need to speak with with Dr. Kent.
I mean, I think we are on the precipice of something great, though, right? And science doesn't come without some risk. And so I don't know that, the risks are necessarily greater than the benefits here. If we potentially have a gas that's clean, much more efficient, less yield, would produce much more in terms of, our innovations in the future. So I'm interested to see where this is going.
Yeah, I need to get my hands on some of the gas to test it, because at the moment I have no data what it does, so I'm very keen to get that in, obviously. Get the drilling process.
I'm interested for him to further explain this this new component that he keeps talking about, this new special component. I'm quite interested to have that broken down and explained.
Yeah. Well, it's Dr. Kent I need to speak to. I can't assess anything without speaking to another nuclear physicist. And I need to see the reactor, of course, but it looks like we'll not get a chance to do that until tomorrow. So
yeah, I need to see the drilling crew. Probably be the most useful for me to talk to them.
Okay. Well, by the way, Nigel is a few meters away. You're just standing in one column, but very, like respectfully away from you, but just like keeping an eye about, but just there, standing unobstructed. You're trying not to be too conspicuous, but not a respectful distance away from you.
I'm gonna give him a beer and tell him to cheer up.
No, sorry, sir. Can't drink during the walk.
Really? What about a baked potato with beans on it?
No, sir. Sorry, I'm going to eat later. Thank you anyway.
I'll give Penny a look like, really? You want to give our guard beer?
Yeah, I do. He seems grumpy. Everyone seems grumpy here.
Sorry, sir. Just doing my job, sir.
Okay.
I would sort of maybe quietly say to the other guys as well, is like, I'm curious as to why we need an armed guard with us. I understand why we would need to guard the reactor or guard the records or the information, but I'm curious as to why. I was under the impression we had free access to this place.
Just to be clear, it's not like you only saw the guards and you saw the guards on the reactor posted there, but while walking about the oil rig, you saw the guards patrolling, like in couples, doing rounds. Not a lot of guards, but you saw the odd couple of armed guards.
But none of the faculty have anybody assigned to them, right?
No, you don't see anyone with guards assigned to them. But it's not really that odd to have some special guard to keep an eye of people that are not familiar with the
I'm
place.
a little curious to see how he handles it when we split up. And so I think I'm going to step away from the group and go to the sauna for a little bit.
Nice. I like that.
Go for it. Are you going to go by yourself?
Sorry, where are you going to?
Person?
Where are you going to? The sauna?
Yeah, it's right down the corridor.
Yeah, well, he like he sees, he looks at you.
Where is it?
He looks at the other group and says, he's a bit confused, but he just stands there and he stays with the rest of the guys. He, you know, you may be going to the bathroom or something. You know, he's just there.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I guess I'm in the sauna then.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Enjoy
Yeah.
yourself.
Do you want to go by yourself, or would I maybe have been like, I don't know, seen you slipping off? What are you guys going to be doing?
I'm not interested in going for a sauna. I think my guy hates it. He's gonna just go and try and maybe have a lie down in his bed, like, and wait till. I'd really need to speak to Dr. Kent. Like, I'm not happy being here. I hate it.
I'm going to walk around the platform at the top, just looking at the ocean, because that's what I'm into.
Okay, well, and you're going by yourself? Well, he said, Nigel just says to you, well, sir, are you going for the night, or because I'm responsible for your security? If you need to split, I can call a fellow guard to accompany you.
Going to give him a wink and go, I'm going for a midnight walk, and asking if he wants to come with me.
He said,
Yeah.
sorry, sir. Well, I can. Yeah, it's my job to look out for you, sir.
Yeah, it is. Come on, we're gonna go for a walk.
And he radios, he radios, like some code numbers, and he says, Catherine floor, no T through T1, come in. Okay, Roger. And yes, he goes with you, following you a distance away.
Okay.
And another guy comes and takes his post.
I want to know what the guy. Same as Nigel, I want to know what his assault rifle's going to do to protect me from a nuclear accident.
I'm honestly happy that I went with you, though, because in my head I was picturing you with like a beer, like standing there just drinking and making like little dolphin noises or something.
Now that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Play with the wildlife and see if they'll tell me what they're feeling.
Well, you're having a night to relax yourselves, you get Jessica goes to the sauna, Terry goes to have a nice walk to the upper deck, and
I would have like a little wander around, like some of the. So I'd maybe go up to the top deck and take like a photo of me where you can see the sea behind me, and then take like a picture of me on the reg. I'm just gonna go do like a couple of little photo op type things. Yeah, update. I don't know, was Twitter a thing in 2017?
Oh yeah.
yes, that's off.
No.
Way before that.
Only 5 years ago, 2013. Yeah, we're set in modern times. Modern.
I only got it last month, so.
Yeah, modern times.
You got pictures of you fake shaking people's hands, like, oh, you're interesting.
Yeah, it's like Irish boys and a big party and stuff. Yeah.
Can I ask then, like after this bit, or like at the next, or soon, can we take a halftime break, like so that everybody can grab the bathroom and a drink and everything? Because I need to.
Yeah. Okay. One question: Are you guys okay with the time? Let me know if it's getting too late for you.
To cut it in half, yeah.
We can split the session in two if you want. Okay.
No, I just need a couple of minutes to grab a drink in the bathroom, like.
Yeah, take a
Yeah.
5 minute after. When we go to rest in bed, we'll take like a 5 minutes in real life.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So,
Yeah.
well, I guess it's a good time now. Everyone is going to rest. You relax a bit and then go to sleep, ready for the next day to start your jobs here in the Devil's Hole. Okay.
Sweet.
Well,
Okay.
let's take a break then.
We'll take a break then and do that after. Nice, okay.
And let's assume you guys reconvene in the restaurant, I suppose, for breakfast. Okay. There is good old Nigel in the corridor, following you at a distance, just only keeping an eye, but never making himself a nuisance. He stands around watching. Well, you grab your breakfast, and well, the scene is yours.
Well, Nigel, you might not be making me. It just makes me feel more uncomfortable than having this man with an assault rifle here than it makes me feel secure. But anyway.
Nigel, do you ever sleep? Because you were here before, and now you're still here. So.
No, sir. I was relieved during the night.
Okay, just checking up on you, big guy.
I would highly recommend the sauna to anybody who wanted to go.
Oh, yeah, how was the sauna last night?
Really relaxing, you know, it kind of puts you at ease. Dr. Swan, if you maybe wanted to check it out, I'd suggest it if you're still feeling a little bit sick.
Yes, definitely. I want to see what it's like. Very important.
Are you feeling better, Philip, or you're still
It's
a
still
little woozy, not too crazy?
I still don't want to be here any longer than I have to be. Like, it doesn't make me feel good being out at sea.
Okay.
My heatings came on too. Amazing.
All right. And you all get your breakfast, and well, you're ready to go wherever it is you want to go now.
See Dr. Rachel Kent. Hopefully.
Okay, you all go together to see Dr. Kent. All the four of you. Okay. Okay, you knock on the door, I suppose, and yeah, her voice says, "Yes, come in."
Good morning, Dr. Kent. Hope you remember
good
us from
morning.
yesterday.
Yes, of course. Good morning, Dr. Anderson. I hope you had a good night rest, and well, I understand you're here to observe and well audit or work here. So if you have any questions regarding the safety and operation of the nuclear reactor, I will be happy to answer your questions.
I think I'll turn that questioning over to Dr. Swan, as he's our expert.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anderson. Dr. Kent, yes, I would like to see the reactor, of course, and ask you all sorts of questions about the safety of it and using a reactor on a drill that's going to be in the core of the Earth. Like, how could that going to even be safe?
It is well. We have safety protocols in place. We have a coolant plant where we use liquid metal to ensure the stable temperatures of the reactor, and well, we have a team monitoring all systems in case there is an emergency or anything goes wrong. It is locked, and the reactor will be turned off for replacement parts or whatever it's needed to do to ensure safety of the operation. Fortunately, nothing has happened so far. We have not had any reports of problems with the nuclear reactor. It's operating with efficiency and safety, while it allows us to advance at dramatic speed in achieving our goal. If you want more information, of course we can go down to the reactor control. We can check the systems there, so that you can see for yourself how are we operating. But I assure you, everything is okay. Let me show you Dr. Rachel Kent. Okay, she's sorry, I didn't describe it to you guys. Sorry, it's she's an almost painfully thin woman with long blonde hair. She has her hair tied up in a bun. She has angular features, and she wears spectacles while she's reading. When you get into the office, she was reading some report, and she puts it aside, and she answers to your questions. Okay.
I really liked all the artwork for all the characters. It's a really cool style.
I like it.
Well, so as I was saying, Dr. Swan, well, I can assure you, the operation of the nuclear reactor is totally safe.
Now, do you know what this? Obviously, you understand what the scope of a. I'm a nuclear physicist. You're a nuclear physicist. Do you understand the scope of what an accident would be like if something used in this capacity was to go wrong? You understand how catastrophic that would be for the planet?
Of course, Dr. Swan. That's why we have strict protocols in place to avoid a disaster. We have clear protocols to if we face any problems. Those protocols are designed to keep our operations safe. So far, we haven't had any problems with the operation of the nuclear reactor. In fact, it's the first time we a nuclear reactor from a submarine is being repurposed and used for drilling, and it's quite efficient.
Can I just ask, if there hasn't been any major things that have happened, how do you know the safety procedures that you have in place will be enough to stop a nuclear reaction? Because obviously there must have been some form of testing prior to that, but never on the scale of an actual nuclear reaction. So how do you know?
These protocols are designed by me and a crew of experts based on what we know of operating nuclear reactors. Of course, we have the best protocols in place, and we are confident that they will be enough, because we are not going to let things get out of hand. These protocols are designed to catch any problems before they become something much grave.
Okay.
Understand? So
now, question for Clarice: you're a member of Parliament. Where are you a member of Parliament for then? Because I'm a resident of Scotland, and this is based in the North Sea. This whole operation to have a nuclear reactor, the prospect of a nuclear accident somewhere close to my homeland is a massive concern to me. So I'm wondering, like, what area of the United Kingdom are you a member of Parliament for then? Because it's interesting.
Can I just pull on my IRL knowledge and say that I'm part of I'm going to say I'm part of the SNP, and I cover the Lothians
Okay, so you're a Scottish. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
based
I'm
in
a local
Scotland. Yeah.
resident.
Yeah.
I live in Scotland. That's where I'm from. That's my background, and I am here because we are all about trying to get more renewable, sustainable energy that we can run ourselves. And again, yeah, it's a massive concern to me. Obviously the safety behind it. It's a very, very dangerous thing. But if it works and if it's worthwhile, it's a very, very fantastic thing that we need to get behind.
Yeah, I mean, if it's safe, it's a great thing. But I'm very much concerned for the safety of it and what would happen
And that's
if.
why I'm relying on yourself and Jessica and your expert knowledge and judgment on this as to whether or not I should have backing for this or not. I'm absolutely reliant on you guys because I am not a scientist.
Yes, well, Dr. Kent's going to show us the reactor, so I'll have a look myself and see what I think.
And I still need to get that sample to analyze the gas, because if it's going to be transported to many places, we probably need to check out any hazardous effects of it.
Yes, Dr. Williams. Well, I'm not familiar with that part of the operation, but I'm sure you will have access to the research notes and investigation on the rollout gas, so you can check it's all above board. Okay. I suppose you could access ask the processing plant where the gas is being purified. They will have you access for the research. I suppose Mr. Goldman should have a copy of the research papers and all the specification for the gas.
Okay.
Too. So, I guess if you want to check it, but it has been checked by experts over in the mainland, and that's the reason why this project got funding in the first place, because the gas was viable. I understand the main concern with some people back home is the safety of the way we are securing this gas and the operation of a nuclear reactor in the UK territorial seas. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
But the gas itself, it's my understanding that it's viable.
Okay.
It's okay. But if you want to check this, if you have not had the chance to review the research papers and its properties, you can ask for a copy to Mr. Goldman, or I am sure someone at the control room or processing plant will have you what you need.
Yeah, that's fine. I can go over that tonight or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Kent, has deeper drilling already commenced, or is this all preparations to drill deeper?
Yes, it's my understanding we have breached of the first pockets of rollout gas in this location, so work is going as planned.
And no anomalies?
So far, no anomalies. No, I don't have any reports from my team of any anomalies or problems with the reactor, so we're safe.
Okay. She going to show us the reactor?
Yes, of course. Come with me, and well, you take a stroll down to the reactor control systems, and she passes to these two guards who step aside, and they give a nod to her, and she uses an electronic card in her pocket to open the reinforced doors to the reactor control systems. Inside, you see a team. Sorry, it's not electronic. It's not an electronic key card. I'm sorry. It's a key code that she punches into a keypad. Sorry about that. Inside, well, it's a very neat place, but unlike the rest of the oil rig, that it's a bit dirty because the operation, the nature of an oil rig. It's a bit dirtier and messy, but inside here it's all neat, very organized. Every desk, everything is in perfect place. There are several women here with lab coats operating and monitoring the systems, and they look up to Dr. Kent, and they nod at her, and they keep doing what they were doing. Dr. Kent says, "Okay, here is our control system. Everything is going okay. Here we have as you can see, we have a very competent and very focused team, whose only job is to monitor everything going on with the nuclear reactor. Any problems are reported directly to me. Okay, but so far everything it's okay. Now, you guys, please." Let's go with a spot hidden roll.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me get
Every
up,
one of you.
Let me open this. Need to move that and this.
What was that, Jessica?
Oh,
What did I roll? I got a success.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I failed.
And I think I would only need one for a hard success, 1 point of luck.
No, it's okay. Don't keep your luck. No, it's not needed. Just a regular success will do. Okay, you catch a glimpse when Dr. Kent says about reports, going to her and everything is okay. You catch a glimpse of this woman that are working here. They look at each other for a moment, just for a little millisecond. They look at each other and they keep working.
And I saw this.
Yes.
Okay, well,
seen it too. I don't know what's wrong with mine because it's 10, but my spot hidden is 65.
Yes, I don't know what happened, why it showed like that, but it's a 65, 10 versus 65. So you saw this to Jessica. It's weird. Maybe it's a Roll20 glitch or something. I don't know.
it's like she's done it as an attack roll against something like a token. That's what the pink is, I think.
Weird.
Maybe. Well, I pressed the button and something happened. Never mind. Okay, so we saw this. Dr. Anderson, you saw this as well, right?
Yeah.
What do we think that look was all about? Like, are they dubious that we're down here? Are they worried that we're down here checking on the safety of this nuclear reactor?
I think that they might be. I think that they might be not wanting us to see the true data.
Yes. So we need to have a particularly thorough look around at everything. The reactor, the control system, the cooling plant, the drilling floor, everything. We need to see it all just to make sure this is safe. Because
they should also have some reports or but do you know what I mean, things as well that you guys definitely I think should look over.
yeah, I need to see the data as well.
And yeah, there has to be something definite on paper already to do you know what I mean? We can't just go off, or I definitely can't just go off someone's word. I need to have something solid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'd like a copy of the safety protocols and as well as like any data for the last 48 hours, 72 hours.
I would feel much better if you guys went over that stuff also, and then can give me your informed opinion.
So, okay, and Dr. Kent says, you have seen the place. If you want, if there's anything else I can do for you, anything that you need to review?
I would like to know what is actually controlled from down here. So I know we're in a control room and you've got your people here working, but what is being monitored here and what is controlled from here? Is the actual nuclear power controlled and
the reactor is operated from here. We have automated operations, but everything can be controlled from here too. There's we monitor, we regulate, and we operate everything concerned to a nuclear reactor from this room. Okay.
Yes, I just request safety procedure data from the last few days, and then we wanted a sample of the gas itself. If your drilling operators would be able to acquire that.
Oh well, that's quite a bit, and I have pressing work to do, but I will leave you to my assistants here. They will be able to answer any questions, give you access to any material safety protocols we have in place. If you want to review them, please, I give these people whatever they need for their work. She says to this woman that are working here, and I will be in my office. I have a meeting and some things in my attention. But again, if anything happens, you have any problems, I don't expect you to have any. Please seek me out of my office. But in the meantime, I think Mrs. McDougall and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Latz here, my assistants, and they are the ones that are in charge of operating everything from here, can help you. Okay?
Yeah.
And she nods at the woman, and they nod back at her and say, "Oh, yeah, yes, boss, we will." Yes, Dr. Kent, we will do as you say, okay? And with that, and Dr. Kent says, well, again, I hope everything is okay for you, and you need anything, don't doubt to reach me out at my office, okay? See you later, Dr. Anderson and Dr. Swan, Dr. Williams.
Well, I want
Miss
Dr. Kent. I want to see like a copy of all her notes as well, all her scientific notes. She's the nuclear physicist as well. She's the one I need to see all her data, and that's how I'll judge if it's safe or not, because she's the nuclear scientist.
Okay, you can have access. I think Mrs. Jones can give you access from here. From systems, hard copies. I will have to arrange them for you if you want to review them, but there should not be any difference, Dr. Swan. If you review our systems online, it will be the same. Okay, but I will arrange hard copies for you if you need them.
I trust that it will be the same, but yeah, I want a hard copy as well. in time. But yeah, if I could see the data online right now, then yeah, absolutely, I would want to do so.
Perfect. Okay, see you then.
Thank you.
And she turns about and she leaves through the reinforced doors. Well, there you are in the reactor control. There are these ladies here. Well, in fact, you can see their names because they have lab coats and they have tags. One is called Denise Latch, Ceres Jones, and Mia McDougall. They all were working here. They are hard at work, monitoring everything and operating the various monitors and controls for the nuclear reactor. They seem very professional, very serious about their jobs.
Do they look like they feel safe?
Yeah. Yes, they are very serious. They look at you and they are trying to focus on their job. They don't pay much mind to you. What do you want to do?
I would just quickly snap a couple of little pictures, just quickly in the little reactor room.
Sorry, miss, remember this is a top secret classified area? I'm not sure you are allowed to do that.
I didn't take pictures of it. I was just pictures of myself in here. There's no pictures of you guys' faces. I would have to get your permission to have your photos anyway.
Okay, whatever.
Grabbing a selfie with a nuclear reactor. Hi guys, I met a nuclear reactor today. Vote for me.
I think that happened in The Simpsons. There was an episode where they trick Homer into like taking pictures or something.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm gonna whisper to Jessica, because that's what I'm calling her, because I'm not professional. I'll be like, I'm gonna be like, do you not think we need to do a bit of snooping? Clearly, listening at doorways, because people are obviously gonna show us the best. We need to see, like, are they like falsifying reports? Are they, how do you think we should handle getting the true facts?
It's Dr. Anderson.
I'm gonna say that bit really loud. Okay, Dr. Anderson. Go quiet again.
And I do believe that people aren't perfect, right? But the data should never lie. So if they are falsifying data, we will definitely see that.
Okay, cool.
How do you guys feel about it so far, though? Like, do you think it's sketchy?
The viability of the new oil, the new gas, I'm not even so concerned with. It's the safety of a nuclear reactor on a drill.
Which is the sticking point, I think, for us on most things, but it has to be 100%. Like, we have to be 100% sure. So, I don't know. This is obviously a control room. If this isn't the actual reactor, is it?
No, the actual reactor is not here. It's a bit farther.
I want to see
down
the actual reactor itself and judge if it's like.
Yeah.
Is it even viably safe at all to do this? I don't think it is.
The ladies and the lab coats, they keep working and they give you sometimes these glances to you like, okay, are you saying like, are you done here? What are you doing here? Como que, like, yeah, like, okay, these guys are here doing what? We are working here, like you are not doing anything here, and they seem to be like, these guys are just here watching us. And I don't know.
Actually, what does it look like they're doing? Are they running tests?
They're monitoring. They're monitoring the reactor. They are controlling, regulating. They're doing their jobs. They seem to be doing their jobs very seriously, but they feel like you're like intruding. Like, okay, what's up here? Like, because they they seem they look at you like, okay, now what? Okay. Dr. Kent said, okay, you are free to investigate anything you want. Well, you are there and you're not doing anything, and they're beginning to look a bit uncomfortable, like, okay, what are you doing here? You know, and look at you. They see.
I'm gonna be just ask them like normal. It's like, so what's it like to work here?
Well, I'm not sure, sir. What do you mean? We are doing serious work here, and we're quite busy. If you need anything, please tell us what you want, so we can help you, and we can go about our work.
Have you had any accidents recently?
0 days since the last accident.
see that sign? No. They look at each other. Look. No, we don't. We haven't had any accidents.
Never.
Here. No accidents. Anyway, but look, if you want or any information about any incident or anything about the operation of the nuclear reactor, they are all logged in. Okay, so if you can, I can set up a station for you or any of your friends. If you want to check the logs, we are instructed to give you access to everything. Anything you want to know should be there, okay? Because sorry to be blunt, but we are doing very delicate work here, and we are not used to work with spectators.
Yes, of course.
No.
But remember, we are here to audit you, and if we decide that you're not safe, then you won't be working out here at all. Remember,
of course,
we have the power to shut this thing down, so we need to see the intimacy and exactly what's going on. So
of course, I understand. That's why I'm telling you. Just if you want, I have set this terminal for you. If you want to check logs, reports, everything should be there. So if you have if you want, check the logs, check the report, check everything. And if you have any concerns, please take them to our boss. We are not qualified or authorized to discuss certain things, but our boss is. So you have access to everything there in this terminal.
We have access to everything, meaning there should be nothing unauthorized for us to...
No, to you, no. No, not to you, but I don't feel comfortable to going over my boss. You understand that? So
listen. Your boss isn't in here. Your boss doesn't have to know.
Okay, get to go with persuasion. What do you want to use? Persuasion. That sounds to me like persuasion or intimidation. I can go whatever.
Oh.
I'd probably go with intimidation because it's better for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
That sounded intimidating. For what? It's weird. Why did you? Why did your rolls go like that?
I don't know, but my intimidation is 65. So.
It's 65. Yes. Well,
That's a fail.
are you going to? Do you want to push the roll or you want to use luck?
Give me 1 second. I'm relaunching roll 20 to see if that fixes it.
You should push it.
Yeah, definitely. There's something fishy because everyone just keeps saying you can access everything, but they don't tell us anything. So
you can roll psychology if you want. No, if you want to.
If I push it, I just roll it again, right?
Yes, if you want to. But let me tell you, if you push the roll and fail, you are going to make her
Care them or something. Yeah.
Like she won't speak to you anymore.
Do it, and then we'll just go see the reactor after this anyway.
Okay, yeah, it's fixed. Shit.
Failed again.
Well,
Uh,
she says, "Look, Miss, I know my rights and I know my obligations, my contract, and if you have any problems, just take it to my boss, okay? I'm very busy here. I have a very delicate job to do." And she turns away,
Fair
and
enough.
she keeps doing whatever she was doing. But they set up a terminal for you in one of the stations.
Do you guys want to sit at one of these stations and
Nice
Like-
rolling, bro.
I don't know, roll to see if you can spot anything dodgy in the data that's coming through right now, and then we can go see the reactor? Or
yeah, well, Dr. Anderson's probably got better skills to analyze, like, I guess, the safety reports and stuff. I'm more about naturey stuff
I
and
don't. I'm
chemicals.
the right
Yeah, I'm going to need I'm going to need one of two things. You will need 1d4 plus 1 hours digging through reports, or a combined successful roll of library use and science. It may be science physics or science engineering.
Right.
If you're successful with the roll, you can go to about everything much quicker.
And it's
Or you can take your sweet time, dig into the pile of reports.
And you want who to make a combined roll? Because I can roll real. I've got a good physics, so
A combined roll means you have to make a roll, and the roll must be successful to two skills:
I've got
library
to take
use
2 skills.
and physics.
Right.
I've not got-
Okay.
But I've not got them.
I've got both of them, so I'm going to make an attempt to do that then.
Okay. And you're going to stay into the station, and the three of you are going to do what meanwhile?
But if he's doing that, I want to speak to the drill crew about drilling stuff.
The drill crew is more like people in charge of the drill and the functioning of the drill. So you want to have access to the nature of the gas, information about the properties of the gas.
Mm.
You will be talking to the people at the processing plant, or
Okay.
they told you also that you can ask for the copies of every research paper and tests results about the road gas with
Yeah.
Mr. Goldman or any of the people with access to the system.
I'll go to the processing plant and then do similar stuff.
Okay, and Jessica and Clarice, what are you doing?
well, I just want to have a little look. Where did you say we are? In the
You are in the reactor control system. Nigel is he stayed outside. When you went into the reactor and when Terry went away to the processing plant, Nigel is following you from a distance, being unobtrusive.
Yeah, I think he likes me.
He radios another guy to take up his post.
I am quite interested. I don't really understand much about it, but I would have heard a few words and think that I did. So I would be quite interested in going to have a look in this coolant plant, because I know they said that it was like a liquid metal coolant system.
Okay, and you, Jessica, you want to go with her? You are going to do your own thing?
No, I'd rather go to the extraction or processing plant.
Okay.
So do you want me to make
Okay.
those rolls?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Okay. Do the
You need
harder one
one
first. Nice.
Okay. That's 20. What is your physics? What?
Oh,
No.
come on.
No, it's okay.
Oh.
You don't need to roll twice. you need to roll once and roll under both skills.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
you're okay. You roll 20, so you're okay. So
both.
in about like 30 minutes, you dig through the useless stuff that you find, and you find reports, logs detailing findings that show that the reactor is straining and has the potential to grow critical if significant maintenance is not carried out soon. There is a series of reports requesting that the reactor be shut down to allow replacement parts to be fitted and for general maintenance to be carried out. There is an additional report from 1 week ago showing that the reactor coolant system registered a fault and a backup system had to be brought online to keep the reactor running. All these reports are for the attention of Dr. Kent.
I'll take some little photographs of these reports with my little mobile phone.
Okay, yeah. You see this the woman in the room working. They look at you, taking photos, and they look at you and they just turn away and keep doing whatever this is they're doing. They don't pay any mind to you. They're not paying any attention. They realize what you're doing, but they just don't do anything.
I'm going to shut this thing down. Like, it's absolutely unsafe. The reactor's unsafe. So.
Okay, while you are doing that, let's go.
You'll be worried soon.
Let's go with well first, Philip, where are you going to do right now after you discover this?
I need to get this information to Dr. Anderson and the others. Dr. Anderson's in charge of this, and I need to show these reports that say that it's not safe at all, and we need to get it needs to be closed down.
I suppose that Jessica said to you guys where she was going to go. So she said she was going to go to. Sorry, where you went to go to? No,
the processing system.
Processing. Okay. Well, you were to with Terry then.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go first to Clarice. You went to the coolant. To the coolant system.
Yeah. I was interested because they had said, this liquid metal coolant thing.
Let's go to the coolant plant. And you notice there's a guard that is not Nigel, but they're watching you. Like there are guards at some places in the lower decks patrolling around, and they sometimes keep an eye of you, like watching you.
Okay. Is it open to go into though, or is it locked?
No, it's open and there's people working there.
Okay.
In fact, you go inside. Yes, you see a little guy and another guy who is a normal height guy, but he seems like a giant beside this little guy. And this little guy looks like he really needs a haircut. They're hard at work. Okay, there is a cooling plant. What do you do?
I just want to have a look around. Is it big? Is it machinery? Is it like computer?
Yes, there are machinery. There is the coolant system of the reactor is here. Okay, there are three coolant systems there.
Okay.
These
guys that are working there, like they're looking at me though. Like I have their
attention. They look at you, and they're mostly monitoring things that all is working properly. And yes, they are working. They say, "Excuse me, you should you be here? Who are you? Sorry."
Hi, sorry. My name is Clarice Williams. I am a member of an audit report that's being done here. We're just down having a look at it. We've been in the reactor control room. We spoke to Dr. Kent. We're here obviously to do an audit, but personally I'm here because this is fascinating to me. It interests me. If you had a minute, would you be able to this is obviously going to be revolutionary if it works. Have you got a second to talk to me about what it is that you do?
Well, yes. So you're here to supervise the work. Yeah, that's good. That's good. What we do here? Well, we are coolant technicians. We are in charge of making sure the cooling plant is working properly and everything it's okay. It's good. You people are here. We have had some troubles lately.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Yes. Well, most of the time we are just looking at monitors and making sure everything is okay. But well, I suppose maybe you being here is related to the problem we had a week ago. One of our systems failed. We had to bring online a backup system. Well, we have been very busy. We are busy right now trying to locate the problem, and we are transferring the backup and trying to locate the problem. If you ask me, I think they are overworking this thing. There should be a maintenance. But anyway, I suppose if you are here, I suppose they finally someone listened to a report.
Yeah. We did. Oh, obviously, we're here to check. We're here to check the safety. I have two very expert doctors and scientists with me. So do you feel safe here? Do you feel like were you able to maintain what had happened? Were you able to get it back under control?
Well. As I say, I'm glad you are here because, in fact, well, I don't have much time to chit chat, but
Yeah, you're very busy.
It's really critical. We find this fault and repair this fault. It could lead to something worse, But well, it's a good step you're here, and someone brought more experts to check this more help. So, in fact, if you have help at hand, I will be glad if you send them our way.
Do you have a break or an end of shift at some point? Do you want to catch up and we could maybe grab something to eat together and chat? It'd be good to get to. It looks like you do a very important, very sort of special job here, and it would be really nice.
Well, I can guarantee I will be free. As I say, it's critical. We find this fault and repair it, but I suppose at night maybe I can get a rest. Maybe good old Reza here can cover, but I doubt it, Miss. I doubt it, but
you're busy working, yeah. And
yes, I still speak with my boss. Speak with Dr. Royler. That guy is crazy. It's insufferable. But Mr. Dr. Kent or someone, I suppose if you are here because some higher up.
Dr. Kent was Dr. Kent was the one that we've just spoken to, but it was actually Mr. Goldman as well, and I know Mr. Winstep, so it came from fairly high up. But I just wanted to double check. Was it Dr. Kent that you reported the fault to directly?
No, directly. I filed a report to the control room, and I suppose they should have reported to Dr. Kent. So I sent the report high up the chain. Dr. Kent should know about this.
Okay.
I thought she was the one who called you.
Yeah, we've spoken with Dr. Kent too. That's great. Do you mind if I snap a couple of pictures?
I'm not sure if that's okay with this being top secret and all, but if you come from the government, I suppose you know.
Yeah, it's for my report. You've been so helpful. Thank you so much. I'll make sure that a good word goes in.
Okay.
You're doing a fantastic job in here.
Okay, Mrs. Yeah, well, I have to get back to work. Okay, come on, Reza, let's go. We have to find this motherfucker. And he goes back to work. You see, these two guys are really frantic, like looking about, trying to checking systems, and double checking things, going under the systems, the current systems, and thing. So, what are you going to do now, Clarice? Are you going to go somewhere, or to stay about this place, or what?
I would probably head out of here. Like, as I'm starting to feel a little bit. I think I maybe want to go up a level and try and just. I don't know. I don't want to be down on this part much longer, to be honest.
Okay, you go to the accommodation block, maybe to the restaurant, the common area in the restaurant or something, or the office floor.
I think so. I'll go to the restaurant again, I think, and just wait there.
All right, let's go then with Terry and Jessica, who are going to the processing plant. All right, let me take a look here. Okay. You go to the processing systems, okay? You get to the processing plant. You see there are people that are working. They capturing the rolled gas that comes from the drill, and they are filtering the impurities. Channeling the gas into the storage tanks, doing all that process. Okay. What do you want to do?
Well, yeah, I guess I'd ask them if there's any way they could let me analyze the chemical makeup, or just make sure. Yeah. Actually, is it like that? I know it's on the report, but I need to confirm the reports that they've given us that say the same thing.
Okay. Yes. There's a guy there. He said, sorry. Who are you people? Careful. We don't have any accidents here. What's the machine? What's the machinery? Please. Who are you people again? Are you supposed to be here?
Are you gonna Yep.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yes. I heard something about that now. That must be people from the government. Okay. So suppose. Yes. What can I do for you?
We need a raw sample of the roll-up gas, and we need it post-haste.
Well, the raw gas is being stored into these tanks. Yes, I suppose I can give you a sample. Yes. Well, they go to he sends one of the guys working to, and with a little canister thing, they go to the storage tank and release a sample, and they give it to you. In any case, if you want to know anything more, we have here all the breakdown process we have to do here. And, well, it is to my understanding that this thing has been tested already by the government and approved. That's why we are here drilling out in this sea. So, okay. But whatever. Anything else?
Do you have anything to report on? So do you just really manage the machinery and not know anything about the processing, or?
Well, we have clear instructions how to process the gas and the things we have to do here. But well, if I'm being honest, we are starting our work just a few days ago. We have mostly been waiting until now for the drill to breach the pocket of gas. But yes, the rollout is coming in. It's coming in now, and we are working right now. And yeah, you see machinery operating. You see the gas flowing. You see all the process being done here.
And is it easy to store the gas? Like, get it out of the ground, there's no leakage, or, it's easy to get out of the ground and then put it in a container?
Yes, we have not had any problems here. The machinery is operating 100% as it should. We have no problems here. It's always going according to the specifications they gave us so far.
Do you guys happen to maintain any system records and process records that we could take a look at?
We have a log. We're supposed to put any problems in there, but so far we don't have anything, and we have a strict procedure to follow. But no, well, we are not in charge of keeping records of quantities processed. That's the job of. We only attend the machinery. You will have to talk with Dr. Roylott, I suppose, or Mr. Goldman, someone of the higher ups. So we'll have a report on this. You can have a look to our logs, but we have not put anything there, any notice. And he shows you to a terminal. There, yes, you can see daily reports. No problems have been reported, and you see the basic quantities of gas processed through the plant being filed for someone else to look at. But these people it's pretty clear these people are just technicians, working the machines.
On the kind of processing report, are we able to see exactly how much has been processed and how much the loss ratio is? And if it would just...
Okay.
If it would align with it being, just loss from impurities?
Do you have science geology, right? How much do you have in geology?
I have geology at 80 and chemistry at 70.
No need for a roll there. You see these reports, and yes, this gas is surprisingly pure. There is not much need of heavy processing. In fact, the process done here in this plant is very light. The gas itself, it's has few impurities, and it takes really very very little to purify.
Is there any kind of quantity about estimated yield versus actual yield, so we can see kind of a loss?
No, but there's barely any loss. It's really very efficient.
So really,
It's seeming very. It's just seeming very too good to be true, to be honest.
Well, I've not caught up with the rest of the group yet. When I do, I'm going to tell them it's not too good to be true.
Okay,
but I'm half an hour behind.
We've just got the sample of the gas, yeah, they've not given it anything. Though I guess we've still got that
Yeah.
research paper we can get from Mr. Goldman's the only other thing we need to look at. But again, we don't know what you guys know.
Well, yeah, let's say since Philip barely took any time to find what he was looking for, and he knew you told him you were going to processing, she's able to catch up with you at the processing plant. So you go there and you see Jessica and Terry if you want to. They are there just leaving, or what they are investigating the processing plant.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go straight up to Dr. Anderson, because she's in charge here, and show her the screenshots, the photos I took of the reports saying that it's dangerous and needs to be shut down. The reactors.
Well, yes, Jessica, you see filed reports to the attention of Dr. Rachel Kent, saying the reactor is straining, the reactor needs to be shut down for replacement parts, it needs general maintenance, and if it could go critical if it keeps working at this pace.
I think we need to have a chat with Dr. Kent then to make sure that she's acknowledged these reports and what she's done to try and, solution this.
You think we maybe need to be cautious with this? Because, I mean, everyone's been very hush-hush with stuff. Do you not think they might, I don't know, throw us off the platform or something if we go... Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I'm a little bit concerned for safety with all the guys with the big guns and stuff.
Yeah, we should just take this information and leave, maybe.
If it makes you a little bit more safe, a lot of people know you're here in the government. You were sent here by the parliament. You are not a secret operation or black operation. You were sent here by the government, by the parliament, and that's why Clarice is here, because she's an MP, and you were sent here. If you go missing mysteriously, they should come here to the oil rig and see what the fuck happened with you.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And secretary, in fact, the Secretary of Energy of UK is sent you here, knows you are here. So
okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I feel safe.
And part of me is a little bit.
You're with me, it's fine.
Part of me is a little inquisitive as to why she would allow us access to the terminal, knowing these reports would be in there, but not disclose that to us. As if maybe it wasn't brought to her attention, but she did seem...
Maybe she doesn't know. Yeah, yeah. It could be someone else who's...
Well, you saw in the reports are addressed to her directly, and she's at the top of the chain. They were sent to her.
Just to her, not to Dr. Rolott, just to her, not to the doctor.
But she may have got the report and then have been told by someone above her to not take it any further.
Yeah, the thing is, whoever's in charge must have seen this.
Just because the paper chain stopped with her doesn't mean that the order stopped at her.
But even if she had visibility to it, you would think that she'd be forthcoming in that and say, we do have these issues, and I've escalated it to my superiors.
Protecting someone or trying to keep quiet for someone. Like, whose benefit would it be in for them to not know that they were struggling? Like, who's benefiting the most from them getting this?
Also, a book table guy. Did you not think it was weird that he's saying they're drilling down to ancient animals that have been there a long time?
Yeah.
So yes, I was like, I don't think our characters would. Yeah, but yeah, I thought, it's not just me then.
By the way, I suppose you guys did reconvene to the restaurant, or are you all together, or you're still at the processing plant?
Sorry, I'm sitting in the canteen. Sorry.
No, well, potato. Yeah.
Well, if you want, I suppose. Well, you all guys have cell phones. You can call each other, so no problem with that. If you want to reconvene, you can reconvene at the canteen or whatever you want to go.
Yeah, I think we're done here. Let's go to the helipad and get out. I'm just kidding. Canteen.
And the helicopter, the helo is not here. They dropped you off, and they went away. The protocol is if they have periodic trips, and when they need to pick you up or they're called for any emergency or anything from the radio room, the chopper comes to the oil rig.
Convenient.
Start the chopper,
Yep.
we're leaving.
All right, canteen then.
Right.
Okay. Okay, well, the four of you reconvene on the canteen, and what do you want to do? Maybe grab a lunch. It's about time, and speak about what you have found. Each of
Yes.
you.
Yeah, well,
I
I've
really need to speak to our experts here.
got
Philip.
reports that say the reactor's not safe.
I
It's
presume
straining.
we're all whispering, right? Like
Yeah.
whispering this.
Yeah.
Screaming. Who's screaming?
Yeah, I know.
So,
I'm
yeah,
I'm whispering it. So, the reactor's not safe. It's straining, and shut down for major maintenance. And the whole thing is a hazard, and it does need to be shut down because they've got these reports to say that it should have been shut down for that essential maintenance because it's unsafe, and they've not done it. So we need to leave and get it shut down. That's our job now. It's a fail. It's a F. They've not.
Yeah. I went wandering and spoke to a guy in the coolant room. I went in to have a look at the coolant system, and they were frantic in there. They were rushed off their feet. This little guy came to ask me why we were there, and I said we were there for an audit. He said that he reported that the fault and the breakdown and that the thing needed replaced. He reported that like a week and a little bit ago. He said he reported it to Dr. Kent, and then he never heard anything after it. But they are going crazy. There's a fault in the system, and they're trying to find what it is. They're pushing the systems too hard. They're overworked.
Is it truly
Yeah.
a problem though? Because they've reached the gas, right? The first pocket of gas. Are they still continuing to drill at this point, or has drilling ceased since they've?
No, the drilling continues because this is according to the report. This is a superficial pocket of gas. There is more gas deeper down, according to the reports.
But is it tolerable, or is it at a critical failure?
No, it's critical. It is critical.
Yes,
It's bad
the
and could
report says
easily
the
go
report says
critical.
it could go critical if they keep the space, if they don't do proper maintenance. So for you, Philip, it's not like it's not safe to use the nuclear reactor. Well, it's unsafe the way they're doing this. They're like drilling and not giving any rest, not doing any maintenance, not shutting down the operation for anything.
So, aye,
So here,
absolutely
I
unsafe.
feel like you're right, Philip, absolutely. But also, I feel like there's a deeper thing here. Someone's trying to cover something up.
It's Dr. Swan. But yeah, you're right. Absolutely, I agree with you.
What do you think we need to do then?
Get out of here and shut it down.
Do we need to find out who's trying to cover this up? Here, I work for the Secretary of State. For Mr. Winestep.
Weinstein, the guy that just
For Mr. Winestep. Yeah, and I'm not being funny, but if we've got some sort of cover up or corruption within people in our government or someone benefiting from this not stopping and possibly causing a problem because they're pushing everything too hard, I need to know who that is too, because that's a bigger issue for me.
Okay, safety is the biggest issue, and it needs to be shut down immediately.
So, devil's advocate here, right? Because we're on the precipice of something great. So, is it something that we have to shut down, or is it something that maintenance can be performed while it's going? Because they're probably under tight timelines to, get this.
Okay, you, Philip, you read the reports, and you know, as a nuclear physicist, you know that so far there is no problem in using the reactor as a power source. The problem is that they are not doing proper maintenance. They are they're pushing the reactor too far. They are not stopping. If the reactor were to be shut down, the proper parts could be replaced and restarted at a later date. It would be safe to continue. But problem is it's like someone doesn't want to stop drilling. The work schedule is crazy. It's like they haven't stopped the reactor never for maintenance or anything. They're just pushing it to drill farther and farther.
Guys, everyone we've met looks really tired. Like the security guard, we didn't technically need sleep. No one would go for dinner with us. They addicted to working all the time.
So we talk to HR and get a better work culture going?
Yeah, that's it. Workers' rights.
Yeah.
What's happening to this gas at the minute? Is it being drilled and then stored, or is it being drilled and used? Have we asked that yet?
Yes, you saw the processing plant, guys, that the gas is being drilled, it's being processed and stored in tanks.
So later show you the little canister I have of it. So we do have a sample that we can get analyzed as well.
I'm just saying, because we have the government funding here, right? We've secured that. We have the possibility to have a better energy source for the future. It's just more so, how do we do that and not have them freak out about their timelines, right? We have to justify it to them, because otherwise they're going to keep pushing it. We're not saying it's a shutdown. It's just a pause.
Yeah. It has to pause, at least pause, until the machine's all fixed and it's safe.
Yeah, so if we word it like that, then we're not telling them that we're going to give them a bad report. We're just giving them how to fix the problem.
I will obviously go off you guys' expert advice, but I do believe that it's not safe, and it does these. I would believe these people who are actually in these rooms working more than I would believe the doctors in the office.
Okay.
And they look stressed as hell. So there's definitely something urgent that needs to be done.
But we haven't been told what the urgency is here.
The urgency is the overworking of the reactor. It's not safe, and it's going to cause.
No, I mean the urgency for them to continue drilling.
Money.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I was curious as to whether it was being stored or whether it was being used, because I'm starting to get the feeling that they don't want to stop because it's already sourcing something.
Maybe they found something else that's not the gas that's there.
If the gas is actually already supplying something else.
I don't think so. I think it's just all about money.
And they don't want to stop the supply.
No,
But we have the government funding. If it's just to secure funding, we can green light it and just caveat it saying that it needs maintenance. They need to have this process implemented into their protocol in order to
And they were
avoid.
reliant on the funding to be able to take the pause.
Yeah, but I don't think we can get them to pause. I think because of those who are in charge are just so keen to get the gas out of the ground, they're just gonna. It's all about money, and
No,
I
but
don't think they will pause.
You guys are the experts, and you're saying that you believe it's not safe as well. The people who are here are saying that something bad bad's already happened, but they're trying to get to the bottom of the problem. He was very insistent that it was an ongoing thing. So you're saying I don't think we can get them to stop. We have to get them to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should. So are we going to go to see Dr. Kent and just say what we've found, or?
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to Dr. Kent, I think.
I think if we confront her, there's a possibility that she opens us up to, their driving factors here.
Why we can't get them to stop. Pause.
Alright, we go to Dr. Kent's office and I kick her door in.
Yep.
Okay.
It's floor 2,
Okay,
and it's
you-
number 3 on the
you-
thing I
you
wrote it
finish.
down before.
You finish your lunch at the canteen and go back to Dr. Kent's office, and yes, again you knock the door, I suppose. And yes, again, yes, come in. And there she
In
is.
the room.
She's sitting in her desk, looking at some reports, and yes, okay. Are you okay? Everything is okay. I hope.
I see that you're looking at reports, which is ironic because apparently these reports have not been seen by you, I'm assuming, because we have a conversation with you earlier stating that there was no issues with the reactor, and here's reports stating otherwise. So if you could please explain that.
She sees the reports, and I haven't seen these reports. Never. At this point, well, you are there. Whoever has better psychology can roll psychology.
Don't think it's me.
15.
1 second.
It's 15 as well.
Must be the base.
Yeah, it'd be Clarice.
20.
I think the base is 20.
45.
Yeah, Clarice, you do it.
Second, 45.
Better than any of the rest of us. Hey.
Yes, a success.
Boom, boom.
Well, she looks at the notes, and Clarice, you see, she's genuinely surprised, but she says she doesn't understand. She's surprised. I haven't seen these reports. Why I haven't seen these reports? They are addressed to me, and you see her very confused. So,
Sorry.
Clarice, you can you perceive that she's really confused because she seems to be mumbling to herself like, I should have, I have. Where did I see them or not? I don't know, but you perceive that she's really confused. She's trying to remember something. With your psychology roll, you can try and talk to her to see if she remembers. What do you say to her?
I'm going to tell her that I was down in the coolant room and I spoke to the coolant technician. They are really stressed down there because they've had faults, and he said that he reported this to you in this report. He told me that he reported this to you last week, and that they're super stressed out because nobody has came to tell them if you guys are doing anything, what you guys think. They are really concerned that there's going to be another fault. Again, the systems are being pushed too hard.
Well, she sits back in her chair for a bit, looking a bit woozy, confused, and yes, I remember now. Like 6 months ago, was beginning to get concerned about the operation of the nuclear reactor, the schedule of the operation was dangerous. What it could cause an accident, and with the passage of time, it grew worse. And yes, I got these reports from my people down in the control room, and how in the hell I forgot about it. It cannot be. I talked to Dr. Roylott. I told him I told him it was dangerous to continue. And what happened? I can't remember. Why did I forget about this?
Just take
We
a
have to
second.
shut down we have to shut down the reactor. We have to tell Dr. Roy to stop.
I do think that we need to shut down the reactor. They were really, really stressed out downstairs, and I do trust them because they are obviously
Let's-
good at the job that they do.
Let's go. We have to talk to Dr. Roy now.
Absolutely.
But
And
you-
she storms out of the office, down to the office downstairs, down the whole office to the. Do you guys follow her?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah, just she opens the Dr. Roylott, open the door. I have to speak to you. There's no response, and she tries to open the door. The door is open, and she enters. Dr. Roylott, where are you? And if you peek from behind her, there's no one in the office. Okay, where the fuck is Dr. Roylott? And she begins to look around, like, he's not here. Where the fuck is the doctor? You are inside the doctor's office. There's no one. Rachel is there, but the doctor is nowhere to be seen. There's his computer, his notes, but he's not here. It's very strange. He said almost never leaves his office.
Mm.
Gonna look at his computer and his notes.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Okay.
I'm gonna look through his notes.
Okay, Philip, you go to the computer. He was so frantically typing in just yesterday, and what you see is a dusty monitor, cracked monitor. There's dust in the computer. This computer does not work at all, and doesn't seem to have been working for a long time.
Okay, so what about his handwritten notes then?
No, there's no notes there. It's really weird because just yesterday he was frantically typing and working in this computer, and this computer doesn't look to have been working in a quite bit of time.
So the same computer he was typing at yesterday is all dusty and unused and broken.
Yes, it's dusty. The monitor is cracked. But it's not a crack that recent broken. It's dusty, old, unused. So a little cobweb, in one corner
So I'll try
of
switching
the
it on.
monitor.
Not one
No,
that he
it
was
doesn't.
frantically writing on.
No power. It does not work.
I knew I should have looked at that shit when I was like, what are you working on?
In fact, you follow the power cord, and it's just it's not. There's no power.
But he was typing away in this yesterday. What the fuck? Okay.
Okay, guys, do you want to go on because we have a bit to cover? I don't want to rush this game.
Yeah.
And I know it's very late over there. So are you okay, or you want to split the
Should we split it in two?
cliffhanger here, or you want to continue?
Well, I feel like if there's, I would like to still be able to play as in detail as we're playing just now. I would
Yeah,
still
not to rush
be
it.
able, you know what I mean, to go. So I don't mind splitting it at all.
I would vote
Yeah, I don't mind.
to split it and nothing be rushed as well. So
Yeah,
like
that's
what Tana said,
I'm
yeah.
enjoying it. Yeah, it's really fun, this one.
Okay.
And it's I think it's just going to start getting viewed. This is like.
Let's leave into this cliffhanger. Okay. The camera just focus on Philip turning to the computer of Dr. Roylo and sees it's dusty and has not been used or powered in months, and it fades to black with the puzzled look of Philip in his face, like what the fuck?
Yeah, there we go.
And to be continued next week.